Hello and welcome back to another episode of TWIG, and this week is just 1 week after the release of Season 5, and even though we've just had that massive update, there's still been a decent amount of changes this week, mainly in the new Playground game that was released as part of Season 5. So yeah, there's still a lot of stuff to talk about, so let's get into the video. So as always, I'll start off by putting the changelogs for this week's update on the screen now, so you can pause the video and read them if you want. So I'm gonna start by reading through the Orbeez news section of the changelogs, because normally there's some quite interesting stuff in there, and this week is no different. There's definitely something interesting going on in the Orbeez news section. So it says, as time passes and the season progresses, I can sense the holiday spirit is starting to fill the air. I wonder what changes our worlds will face in the upcoming weeks. Will we appease the snowmen? Only time will tell. So yeah, it's very interesting. Like, the first thing that jumps out at me is the will we appease the snowmen? Because I don't know like exactly what that refers to. It probably refers to the snowmen that are in the hub as part of the snowman hunt. Because there's 25 little snowmen hidden around the hub, and if you find all of them, then you get a little gravestone. And yeah, I didn't think they needed appeasing. They don't look that angry. I think they look quite happy in the hub, but Orby seems to think that we will appease the snowmen. So I think that's first of all quite interesting. And then also it says, I wonder what changes our world will face in the upcoming weeks. I feel like that means that something will change in the next few weeks, and I think it's sort of leading up to Christmas, because yeah, before that it just sort of talks about the holiday spirit filling the air. So yeah, I think maybe that means that Galaxite will do something to do with that, maybe some sort of event or something, a holiday event. But yeah, I guess only time will tell, as it says at the end of the Hobbies news. But yeah. So, while we're on the topic of the holidays, there's a special limited time deal that Galaxite has just started for gifting Ultra. So, for a limited time, if you gift the Ultra membership to someone else, you'll receive a third of the total amount of days you've just gifted on your own account. So, for example, if you gift 30 days of Ultra to your friend, you'll receive an extra 10 days of Ultra on your account. So yeah, I think it is pretty cool. It's a nice little incentive to gift Ultra to your friends. Because yeah, you do just get like a nice little extra bonus amount of Ultra and on your own account. And yeah, I don't know exactly how long the deal will be going on for, because Galaxite haven't specifically said. Although I would guess probably up to like the 25th of December, because that's like Christmas Day, or just for the whole of December. That's just sort of my guesses of when it might end. But yeah, I don't know exactly because we haven't been told. So if you do want to like gift Ultra to your friend and like make use of the little bonus, then yeah, you might as well do it as fast as you can, just so you can definitely get it done before the deal ends. So now it's time to talk about some of the changes in Playground. And yeah, I'm not going to go through all the changes, I'll just pick out the changes that I think are the most important to talk about. So firstly, in Dodgeball, the Dodgeballs now spawn in random positions, because before there was only one spot on each side where the Dodgeballs could spawn. So if a Dodgeball was going to spawn on one side, you would know exactly where it would spawn. It would just spawn on that one block where it could spawn. But now there's a strip of blocks where the Dodgeballs can spawn on each side. So yeah, it's a lot less predictable because it will just spawn at a random spot on one of those blocks. And yeah, I think it is a really good change because it means it's a lot harder to just get hit when you're just trying to pick up a dodgeball. Because yeah, it is a lot less predictable. So if someone's trying to hit you and they have a dodgeball and you don't, and you're trying to pick up a dodgeball, they like won't know exactly where it would spawn. So it's a lot harder to just sort of wait for someone to go to one spot to pick up a dodgeball if you just don't know where it's going to spawn. And yeah, I mean, once it spawns and it's just sort of waiting there to be picked up, then it's a lot easier to sort of hit someone when they're just trying to pick it up. But overall, I do think it is a good change. So the next change is that some emotes have been disabled in Playground to prevent unfair advantages. And yeah, I think that is just a good change because, like, for example, there's some emotes that allow you to temporarily hide inside blocks, like hide inside walls. So yeah, I think it is just good that that has been stopped, especially in like Playground, some of the games that are in Playground. Yeah, it is just good to stop people from like using those emotes to try and hide or whatever. And yeah, I have tried it out, and I don't know exactly how it works because I can still see myself doing the emote, but it just comes up in chat saying I can't do that emote here. Well, it's a bit confusing, like saying I can't do that here, but I'm doing it. And yeah, maybe it just stops other people from seeing me do that emote. That would make sense. But yeah, it is just good that those emotes have been disabled. So the last change that I'm going to talk about is in kit PvP, and it's a nerf to the Warper and Jumper kits. So yeah, basically they've been changed to only return the item that's part of a kit after you've got a kill. So yeah, with the Jumper kit, it's the Jump Feather that allows you to jump through the air a bit, and then with the Warper kit, it's Ender Pearls. Because yeah, before, once you'd used those items up, like the Ender Pearl and the Jump Feather, you would get it back after a certain period of time. I don't know exactly how long it was, but it wasn't that long. But now, instead of like being after a certain amount of time, it'll just be once you've got a kill, you'll get the item back. And yeah, I think it is a really good change because both of the kits were a bit overpowered and they were used by a lot of people. Because yeah, the jump feathers and the ender pearls are really useful for, first of all, killing people, like getting into fights. Because if someone's low, then you can just sort of use the jump feather or the ender pearl to just go for them and kill them. And also, they're both really useful for getting away from people who are going to kill you, like getting away from fights. Because yeah, you can just use the jump feather or ender pearl to get away and then heal up a bit. And yeah, so both of the items are really useful, and before you could just get them really quickly. So yeah, it is good that you can't get them as frequently. And yeah, I think it just balances all the kits out a bit more. Like you won't just see everyone using those two kits. And yeah, it just sort of levels the playing field a little bit. So that's it for this week's episode of TWIG. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like, and also if you've not already, please subscribe because it really helps me out and it also means you won't miss any future episodes of this series. So yeah, bye.